Bismillah, Bismillah, au nom d'Allah. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Now, I hope you are well at home and you are safe. It is now, I'm going to take you through about the ayari, and we are going to learn today about the miracles of the prophets. Now, the miracles of the prophets, Allah gave prophets different miracles, and they were given miracles so that they can win. They can win the non-believers who are not believing about the powers of Allah. They can win the non-believers who are believing in their gods. So Allah gave them miracles so that they can show these non-believers and to believe that Allah is there and is powerful. So miracles that were given, they were from Allah. And Allah gave miracle to the prophet, those who have been chosen. Miracles of Allah were not given to anybody. They were only given to the prophets who are chosen by Allah. Now we are going to start the first miracle that we're going to look at, and this is the miracle of Nabi Musa. Now the miracle of Nabi Musa alayhi salam. Nabi Musa alayhi salam was a prophet of Allah, and on top of that prophet of Allah, he was given some miracles to perform so that his people or his non-believers, they can believe in about his prophethood. One of the miracles that Nabi Musa was given was turning the rod, that is the stick, into a big snake. Nabi Musa, he was given a miracle of making the stick, a walking stick like this, making the stick to turn into a snake. So that this one is a miracle that was performed. He performed when he went to Pharaoh. Now the next miracle that he performed, the hand shining like the moon after putting it in his armpit. Nabi Musa alayhi salam, he had a miracle of making his hand to become a shining like moon. After putting the hand into armpit, when taking it out, it shines like a moon. And this miracle, he performed during the time when he went to Pharaoh, and he was performing in order to show Pharaoh that he is not more powerful than him, or not more powerful than Allah. Allah is the one who is more powerful than any other. That time, Pharaoh used to call himself God, and that's why Nabi Musa alayhi salam was sent there to perform miracle to make Pharaoh to know that Allah is more powerful, and the one who is here is a messenger of God. The other miracle, he was able to make water. He's striking the straight sea with his rod and separate the water to make a path for his people away from Pharaoh. This one, it happens when Nabi Musa alayhi salam, after performing miracle with the Pharaoh, and he challenged the Pharaoh, then Pharaoh was not happy to see that he has been defeated by Nabi Musa out of the miracle. And his people were believing him that Pharaoh is more powerful than any other. After Nabi Musa performing the miracles and find that he has defeated him, then Pharaoh promised to kill Nabi Musa and the people who will follow Nabi Musa. Now after that, Nabi Musa was directed by Allah to move from where he was, that is Egypt, and to another place. As his way was going away, they reached a place where there was a water, that was a sea. And in that sea, Nabi Musa was stranded there. And his followers were asking, what are we going to do, because now our enemies is coming. Our enemies is at the back. That was Pharaoh. Allah directed that don't be panicked. Use your stick, strike the water, and after striking the water gave path. And Nabi Musa and his people, they crossed safely. When Pharaoh came and he found that there is a way for him to pass, he thought that he can be able to pass through where the Nabi Musa has passed. But he found that he was not able to pass. When he reached the middle of the water now came back again, and Pharaoh passed away. Now this one, it was shown that Allah is more powerful. He was showing Pharaoh that you are not powerful than God. So the act of calling himself God, it made Allah not to be happy, because Allah is one. Allah is never associated with anything and is not resembled to anyone. So Pharaoh, he used to imitate that and to tell himself that he is God in front of people, and his people were believing him that as his God. So from there, Nabi Musa, he won the Pharaoh by showing different miracles, and Pharaoh was not able to perform a miracle that was able to challenge the miracles of Nabi Musa. Now from there, we are going to our second miracle of the prophet, and we are going to know on the miracles of Nabi Isa. The miracles of Nabi Isa. Nabi Isa alayhi salam. Nabi Isa alayhi salam, he performed many miracles. In the performance of Nabi Isa alayhi salam, many miracles, it was because of his people. His people were not believing on him. And this made Nabi Isa to be able to perform many miracles so that his people can be able to understand him as a prophet. His people did not believe totally. One of the miracles that Nabi Isa performed was talking while an infant. Nabi Isa was able to talk when he was young. And this one, it happens when Nabi Isa alayhi salam, after he has been born, then the people of Bethlehem, they were asking the mother of Nabi Isa, who is this? Then Nabi Isa the mother of Nabi Isa was given the miracle, was given the power that tell your son to speak on behalf of you. He is going to talk what has happened. So Nabi Isa at that time started speaking at the age of very young, at the age of infant. So Nabi Isa, he started talking when he was very young. That was the first miracle that he performed, and the people were stranded. That how can a young child at this age can be able to speak, can be able to say words, which is not usual. At that time, after that, Nabi Isa alayhi salam also, he was able to perform another miracle by bringing the dead back to life. You see? So Nabi Isa, he continued performing miracles to make his people believe about one God. This is after Nabi Isa has already got the prophethood. It's when now he was able to perform a miracle of bringing the dead back to life. This one was done for him to make the non-believers to believe about the prophet Muhammad, the prophet Isa, and that is a true messenger of Allah. So for that, people also did not believe about Nabi Isa. So he was able to perform another miracle by healing the blind people, those people that were not able to see. Nabi Isa had powers to make the people who were not able to see to be able to see. And this was the miracle that was done by Nabi Isa alayhi salam, so that he can make the non-believers to believe about his prophethood and to believe about one God who is Allah. Another miracle that Nabi Isa performed was healing the lepers. He was able to heal those people who have a disease of the lepers. And this disease called lepers, it was a disease which was disturbing in most of the people. When you have this kind of disease, then it was a dangerous disease at that time. So Nabi Isa, according to his powers given by Allah, according to the miracle that Allah gave him, he was able to perform this miracle by making these people having this disease to be cured as by touching them. And this was the powerful that Nabi Isa was able to perform in front of non-believers. And this was only made to make the non-believers to believe him about his prophethood. Another miracle was making the cripple to walk. Nabi Isa alayhi salam, at his court, he was able to make the cripple to walk. Those people who could not walk properly because one of their legs, maybe they have problems, whatever happens, then Nabi Isa alayhi salam, he was able to make these people having this kind of a problem to walk properly. And this one, it was done for them to understand that the prophet of Allah, he was chosen by Allah and given the miracles by Allah. So the prophet Isa, he was a prophet who was given many miracles. Other miracles that I have not included here, I will just tell you that another miracle that Nabi Isa performed was, he performed the miracles of walking on water. Nabi Isa alayhi salam, he made the miracles of walking on water, and this was another miracle that was performed for them to believe. So to see that these miracles that were performed by the prophets, not only this prophet, even the other prophet that we are going to learn later, but the prophets who were doing these miracles for the main purpose was to make his people to understand that there is only one God known as Allah. So we should not perform miracles to other people and believe that we have been given this miracle by Allah. No. The miracles that were happening during those days, they were miracles of the prophet, and they were given by Allah, not anybody. So whoever will be performing any kind of a miracle at this moment, then we don't believe, because it is only the prophets. And if we don't have prophet at now, then we could not have a miracles that could happen. Only miracles that were given, they were given to the prophet, and these were made them to understand, to make these people understand about one God. So in conclusion, I can say that the miracles that were given to these prophets, Prophet Isa was given many miracles than the other prophet. And this was so because his people were non-believers. His people were strongly opposing the prophet Isa. They went an extent that they were trying to kill Nabi Isa. So therefore, after performing all these miracles, the people of Nabi Isa, they also did not believe him about his miracle. They were planning also more and more so that they can kill him. So you find that during those times of the prophets, so Nabi Isa alayhi salam, he performed the miracles because his people were not believing him. They went an extent that they were planning to kill Nabi Isa. And this was saying that these people were strongly non-believers and they could not believe him, his words. Now, we cannot perform miracles at this level because we have no prophets. And if there's a prophet who was chosen by Allah, is the one that can perform a miracle. Now, I can conclude by saying that as Muslims, we have to believe on the miracles performed by the prophet. As Muslims, we have to believe in all the 25 prophets of Allah. And according to the pillars of Iman, if we don't believe about the prophet, then we are not the true believers of Muslims. So a believer is supposed to believe in all the pillars of Iman, including the prophets. And that's for the next lesson, we are going to look on the other things. But now I'm going to stop here, and I wish you all the best. And I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Meet you next time.